lots. Please do not send me chocolate. Lots of love from Penny. That's a letter I had today from Penny. Luckily, Penny, I was just about to post that off. So you saved me posting that off. I'll have to think of something to do with that on my own tonight, Penny Pooh. But thank you so very, very much. Alex is our first GGTV member, but the Tollets are fast behind him, so that means Will and Jack are just behind him. And oh, hello to our twits, my twits who are there, my twits, and my YouTubes, your tubes and all that. I am just going to go down and check somebody else doing. Yes, the Hartfords are here, and your other friend, and the Williamses is here. So that's one letter I had today from my granddaughter, and she said she saved me sending off a chocolate because I know she wouldn't want it. Oh, I was schooling her today, and she did a very good magic trick while she was doing her phonetics and pressing the right buttons on the seaside thingy, seaside, whatever. She was also managing to smuggle into class Jaffa cakes. I don't know where they were coming from, but I blame the parents. Here's a very, this is nice. This is from Georgia Knight, who sends that to me. And Grandgrad, I am missing you lots. Isn't that, now this won't show up that well but it will show up on my tweet. But wonderful handwriting. Brilliant. I can see you soon. Hope I can see you soon. I'm exited. I'm excited to give you a big hug. I hope you are well and happy. Lots of love, Georgia. That's Georgia there. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Nicer than most of her families, I have to say. There's a funny Jean in that family. Hi, Jean. Oh. So that's that sort of Penny, I'll take care of that. Thank you. Okay. And I won't be sending any biscuits either. That's a little thing. Oh, Auntie Deb is here, and Uncle Kaz, no doubt, will be following close behind, about 4 hours behind, knowing her. Okay, so we've got everybody here. Everybody's ready. We might do some camera sharing for those of you on Facebook Live a little later on. All right, found me. Thank you so very, very much. We're waiting for the not the ceiling, not the roof, the space station to come overhead, because then they bring in Michigan and Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and France, and such like. And the bunkers are here. However, that's my favourite last name, Bunker. I love her. And Samira and Sebastian are here. Hello. Can't hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alex, whenever there's a problem, it's always Alex. See as we wait for you. I'm here. I don't understand. Always here. Because I'm voluntary solitary. I am. Lovely. Don't forget, we've renamed all the days. All right. This is Bosser asked me to take over the country and rename all the days. Okay, so today is today. Tomorrow is tomorrow until tomorrow. Is tomorrow. It will revert to today. And today will be called yesterday. All right. And what's the day after tomorrow going to be called? That will be called Nigel. Until it's tomorrow, then it will be tomorrow. Okay, so that's I'm just reading the days. Well, they were chosen fairly arbitrarily in the first place, and it didn't quite work 7 days a week. But let's not go into science. I mean, government isn't. Where should I start? What's that I hear, Cleggy? Where's Charlie? It's a very good point. A very, very good point. Now, some of the more astute amongst you might just think, oh, that silly old bald-headed person has forgotten Charlie. But others might think, I wonder how he's going to get out of this. Charlie! I'm a grown man. Here he comes. What were you doing? You were waiting for me to call. Because now I'm running the country, he's only going to do what I tell him. Hello, Penny. You what? Oh, that's why he was over there. He feels a bit sick. You can guess why, can't you? Had a whole bar of chocolate. Well, oh, that's why. Oh, I was not going to take too many of those. Oh, oh dear. Hello, Cleggy. No, it's not chocolate. Dog breath, chocolate breath. Chocolate breath, that's nice, isn't it? I got David Walliams' story tonight, yes? The joke. I'm just thinking. The joke will be a 6+. 6+ joke tonight. Can you get rid of some of those emojis? They're in the way. You see, they don't see this on my tweet or our face or your tunes. So, no, whatever it's called. That's it. All right, Alex, have the day off. Right, Charlie. Charlie, I have caught the sun. Yes. Why don't I go out at night and catch the moon? That's a very good point. One I've never thought of before. I can't think why. Okay, he's off. He's off to get the book. And David Walliams' book. It was on telly this morning, wasn't he? And I was a bit worried whether he'd mind me reading his books on these broadcasts. But he said he reads them, so that's all right then. Right, I'm just going to have a look down on the computers down here. Let's reboot. I have a little button at the back of my head. People say, and my moustache. Right, so we're just waiting to just come in. Goes blank. You see, computers are good, but they're not that good. Why I prefer. Oh, you liked my emoji of me and the birthday cake. Yes, I decided to be called Cake Day. Cake Day. Okay. Penny is 6. I know Penny's. I know you're 6. Right. Oh, because the joke. Yeah. As I say, 6+. Well, you won't get it. You won't get it. That's it. End of. That's end of. I hate it when people say they've just proved something. Right. So we're rebooting that. We're live on there. Okay. All right. Now, at the end of tonight's broadcast, just before we do Smiling is Infectious, Smiling is Infectious, we're going to, if we can, play with the camera like we did, or their tune, then you mostly won't see it, but we're going to play with it on the phone. All right, so we're just going to see if that's all right. We're ready. We're getting ready. I have to say, by the way, when I was doing with Penny today in her underground university, we looked back at some of the things with Urmston Primary School and Primary and Junior School and infants, all of them all together, at college, and we saw an assembly. We saw a bees assembly with all the bees certificate, not my grandchildren, of course, but never mind, not personal. But we saw that, so we saw that from Friday, and that's the great thing about the technology we have. You see, you tinies, my little chickadees who tune in, you were born in this age, but when I was born, we wrote on slates. It was awful. It kept falling off the roof. And then when your mummy and daddy were born, what did they write with? They wrote with dolls, I think, and stuff like that. You hardly need to. You just need a finger, don't you? You just press a button and everything comes up, and then you go. But everybody's using technology. If there's a positive side to come out of the age we're going through at the moment, do you like that I do that? And the age we're going through at the moment is that people who say they can't do technology suddenly realise they can, and it's thanks to you tinies who are helping all the sorry about that, I do apologise, help all the grannies and granddads and all the other people in charge of you, people like you and you help them all. You help your teachers, some of the teachers, and help your great granddads and your social workers and people like that, probation officers, and you're helping them to get online. Because I think it doesn't matter what age you are, you can get online and you can do a computer and all that, because they're nothing. To call them a computer, I think. Now I'm just having a look. There's something coming from Cleggy here. It says, Chris says we need to reduce the sound when we go live to reduce the feedback of the sound of our voices. Smartest guy in the room's arrived, everybody. You need to turn it down. We need to reduce the sound when we go to live to reduce the feedback of the sound. Just turn it down. Geek alert. Okay, so I think we're ready. Getting the thumbs up. I think it's a thumb. So everybody's getting ready. And who's that? Penny or Maximus and Grace tablets. Oh, I didn't realise you were poorly. Oh, those sort of tablets. And there's things going on. I've just a picture of my 70th birthday party. I don't know why that happened. Maximus and Grace are both watching on their tablets. Daddy is running between rooms. Grace said, I want chocolate. I'm sorry about that. I turned into a chocolate pusher. Okay, so we're all ready. Don't touch your sound or anything like that. Oh, Polly's just joined it. You see, I knew there was somebody. I knew it was too quiet. Polly and Lily have just joined us. That's fantastic. And you both had a good day? Yes, looking after each other? Nobody kicking off? Let me look. I know if you're not telling the truth. Okay. Here's Charlie. Charlie's running across the room. He's just come through the entrance. Here he comes through coming through the ballroom now. He's coming through the dining room now. Coming through the what's-it room. I just jumped over the maze. Here he comes. He's coming. I'm going to catch him. Yes, there he is. Whew. That's it. He's going to lock all those doors now. Well, you never know, do you? So here we are. There's Penny's bookmark. I won't take it out just yet because it would defeat the object of having a bookmark if I just pulled it out like that, wouldn't it? And there we go. So the bookmark goes down. Now, when you next see the bookmark coming up there, because of super animation, that means that it's time for the story to end. So if we're all sitting comfortably, what? You want some waffles? Oh no, I've been waffling, I know. I had to wait, you see, Polly and Lily. At least they got ready for bed, unlike some people I couldn't mention. Okay, so it's Mr. Pence Balls. We've got over laughing at the title of that, haven't we? Everybody, grown-ups, Mr. Pence Balls. And what he's done is he's put away all the balls, because he's confiscated all the balls, and Rebel, who's a bit of a rebel, she has decided to rouse, and she's been trying to inspire everybody, and they're trying to get their meet out. And why don't I just continue reading the story? Okay. The Williamses have just been in touch with me. Already, we've lost one already to sleep. Okay, so that my guess is Maximus, yes, and Grace about to fall off. Okay. You know when you said the tablets? Okay. Have you had enough of Mr. Pent? Oh, this is Rebel now. Have you had enough of Mr. Pent confiscating all our balls? She cried. Yes, cheered the crowd. Do you want to rescue Roland? Remember Roland? Paul Cabot? Yes. Do we all need to get our back on Mr. Pent? Yes. Are you with me? Yes. Rebel expounded her plan. It was quite brilliant, but would only work if every single kid in St. Aubs played their part, and they would need to play it to perfection. That afternoon, all the kids left the park, excited about what tomorrow would bring. The bell rang for lunch break the next day. Ring! The kids streamed out of the school building into the playground. Mr. Pent was on the prowl, as always. Balls, 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 he muttered to himself, his eyes darting around to see if he could spot one. On Rebel's signal, it was time for the pupils to begin phase one of their plan. A group of kids began playing football. Another group started playing cricket. Still more played hockey, tennis, bowls, ping pong, even snooker. Any game you can think of involving a ball. They played it as noisily and boisterously as they could. Goal! Game, set and match. Pass the ball! Except there were no balls. Not one. The hundreds of kids were all taking part in a ginormous trick. Every single one of them was miming. Of course, Mr. Pent knew absolutely nothing of this scheme. How could he? The teacher could see all the kids running around after a ball, kicking a ball, bowling a ball, hitting a ball, potting a ball. The thing was, he couldn't see a single ball. This is good. Mr. Pent exploded like an angry volcano. His face went fiery red. Steam came out of his ears. His eyes boiled in his head. Balls, 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 he kept shouting over and over again before he managed to bellow, "What is the meaning of this?" "What's the meaning of what, sir?" Oh, innocently, as she sidled up to him. "The entire school is playing with," he could hardly bring himself to say the word, "balls." "I know, Mr. Pent, sir, it's absolutely terrible that everyone would disregard your rules." I know. Can't they read signs? There, and over there. Balls are forbidden, no balls. How many times do you need to be told absolutely no balls? The teacher began manically, that's a good word, pointing at the hundreds of signs he put up all over the playground. "Maybe you need to put more signs up, sir," suggested Rebel, with a smirk. No, he thundered. "These nasty little wretches have seen my signs. It's just that today I can't spot a single ball. Balls." "You what, sir?" Rebel did her best look of incredulity. Where are the balls?" "You mean to say you can't see any?" she asked innocently. "No," he boomed. "Oh, that's very strange because, there are balls absolutely everywhere. Balls. Balls. Where?" he demanded. "Oh, correction. This just in. Grace is asleep. Maximus still going strong." Could be that tablet. "Look, sir, there's one," she said, pointing at nothing. Pent's piercing eyes followed her finger. "I can't see any balls." "And another. And another. Balls. Where?" There, she replied. "The balls are just going so fast, they're a bit of a blur. If you chase after them, I'm sure you'll catch one." Mr. Penn passed his level and took a deep breath. "All this," he ordered. "With pleasure, sir." The teacher then began charging around the playground, bellowing, "Balls! Balls!" 2-0, called out one kid. "Out!" shouted another. "Strike!" yelled a third. Miss Pent was like a dog chasing his own tail. He went left, he went right, he went forward, he went backwards. He spun round and round in circles. He even leapt in the air to intercept an imaginary ball. Then slid to the ground, stopping another from rolling. Oof! He leapt onto a ping-pong ball to stop a third. Dull! The table couldn't take his weight. It broke, crunch, and tumbled to the floor, taking Mr. Pent with it. There he is, just at the bottom there. Just in case you've forgotten what it looked like. "Hello, Lizzie Howarth." Now he was rolling around on the ground. "Balls, balls, 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 balls," he began muttering to himself over and over again, as if he'd gone bananas. "Balls, balls, balls." The bell rang for the end of life. Desperately to stifle all the kids began packing up their imaginary balls before dashing off to their lessons. "Goodbye, sir," called our Rebel. "I hope you finally found your balls." This caused fit giggles from the kids. And some of you, "Ha ha ha! Balls, 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 balls." He carried on muttering. A window opened at the top of the school building, and Mrs. Stade, deputy head, I think so, poked her head out and shouted, "Pet?" "Yes, balls, I mean headmistress." "Oh, headmistress," he called back from the playground. "I don't pay you good money to lay on the ground. Up, man, up. Mr. Penn scrambled to his feet. "I'm so sorry, headmistress. Balls." "I should hope so. Now off to your lesson at once, and stop saying balls. Balls, I mean, yes, balls, no balls." All the kids had pressed their faces against the windows and were looking on with wide-eyed delight. It was now time for Phase 2 of their plan. Ooh, 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 ooh. And phase 2 will be at midnight tonight. Premium offer of £5 to hear the rest of the story. Oh, it's worth a try, wasn't it? We'll do it tomorrow. In goes Penny's bookmark. Thank you, David Walliams, for a great story. Checks in the post. And thank you all so very much for listening. Now, before we go any further, we're going to say good night to everybody. This is how I'm going to do this now. We're going to say good night to everybody who's watching our